once you get there, it's, you can bust out the workout and then go home.
Yeah.
But that's the toughest battle most of the time, and to have that friend to come help you out with that mental battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
That's awesome. And so let's play out a couple scenarios. So, because one of these two things is going to happen. Either when is that fight in Lincoln?
August 25th.
August 25th. So either on August 25th you will be fighting there, or you won't be fighting there, right? It's only two things that are going to happen.
Yep.
So let's just play that out, in your mind. How do you see that going? Let's pretend that you get the call and they're like, yep, we're putting you on the card. You'll be fighting August 25th, whether it be that day or the next, 3 months after that. What does that look like for you? What do you think that would be?
If I got put on the card, I'd probably do some traveling, go get some different sparring in. But it would just be another fight camp. The thing is a lot of these guys, they might work harder when they get there, or work harder after they get let go from the UFC because they want to get back there, whatever it is. But every fight to me is my most important fight. Right. So I'm just gonna work as hard as I can and give my absolute best every single time.
Wow.
As long as I don't have any injuries and stuff like that, because that happens a lot too, where maybe you can't run as much as you wanted because you have a groin injury or whatever it is.
Sure.
But whatever it is, I'm going to give, my ultimate, performance and training and all that. So, but then after the fight, I'm going to get the win, and I think just it's going to be crazy. It's one of those things that you manifest and you see happening. You see all the, I can just visualize now a comment section of a UFC video,
Right.
where they put out a highlight video of our fight, and just seeing all the new people that I haven't, been introduced to, I guess, and that type of light. And just seeing what those people have to say about me, and
that's cool.
I like that. Some people don't like to see what people have to say about them, but I like what people have to say about me, because if it's negative, then it's negative, whatever. But if it's positive, I like that too. It makes me, it makes me work harder and makes me more proud of my accomplishments.
I think that's interesting. You say that about and I think that speaks a lot to. I think that's a good lesson that a lot of people should learn. I remember, so I got my start in 2005 with a company called Brentway. I was delivering couches and delivering fridges and cleaning the fridges, and I was on the ground level, right? It wasn't nothing fancy, and I got pretty good at it. And then they moved me in, and I started working with sales, and I started working with some of the account management and managing the inventory a little bit. And then a year later, after I'd started, a store manager position open, and they knew that I had aspirations to be a store manager. And I remember my regional vice president came all the way to little old Hastings, Nebraska at the time, and he interviewed me for the position. And he asked me, one of the questions that he specifically asked me was, will you work harder? Will you work harder if you become the store manager of this store? And I said, no, I won't. Because I'm already working as hard as I can.
Right.
And I think that would be kind of bullshit if I told you yes, because then you would need to go back and look at the previous 12 months I was here. What's he been doing? And so I think that you said that when you get on that card for the UFC, it's not like you're going to kick your training up a notch, or you're going to really get serious about it. And I think a lot of people, and it doesn't matter if they're 50 or 15, I think a lot of people are waiting for it to happen, and then they'll get serious about it. And instead of, that's not how it works. You get serious about it,
and then it happens.
Yeah. I don't know how we flip-flop that formula around of people thinking that, and we talk a lot about it with just over the years. Of course, I've managed teams of people for a while now, and you get people that are like, well, if you give me the raise to that, then I'll do that. And I'm like, well, that's not the way it works. The way it works is you do those things and then you get rewarded for it. Right. And so, I think that's interesting. And then if let's say they call you up and say, you know what, Ryan, we're going to pass this time, or we're going to pass forever. We'll just say they're going to tell you that we passed this time. What does that look like for you?
Just back to what I'm doing,
Yeah.
because obviously it's working.
Yeah.
We'll take some fights. I want to go see the world.
Yeah.
I want to get my passport, maybe go, take some fights in Japan and stuff like that.
That'd be
Cool. But it's one of those things. Just keep doing what I'm doing until they come, and they'll come.
Wow. Well, so there's probably still some people that don't necessarily know about your gym here. I guess if you were to have who would you like to see come to your gym? And if you had a message for them, I guess, what would it be?
I think martial arts is good for, just about everybody. I don't like to start